Ah yes, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. What a beautiful creation of a game. There's no other game I have spent so much time playing, so you can imagine I have a special connection to this game. Even after years of playing it, I can't let it go. Like in every relationship, there are good times
Ace.
and bad times. But mostly good times. After its release in 2012, the game had struggles, and the community of CS was more attracted to its predecessors. But after some time and many patches, more and more players left the older games behind and switched to CSGO. Since then, the game kept growing and held itself on the top of the Steam charts. I started playing it when I was 13 years old. CSGO was, besides Minecraft, the only reason I even started to save money for a gaming PC. Do you remember the good old times with the squad, playing match after match till the sunrise? Nothing to worry about, but a shitty teammate who doesn't get any kills. In the beginning, I was him. The summer vacation in which you didn't go out much but rather spent every evening getting on the PC to start some matchmaking with the boys, having stupid conversations on TeamSpeak, sneaking down to the kitchen to get some snacks, and then back to the game. Same routine, every day. And yes, I still paid for the game and now I have this cool coin for 15 euros. And yes, after 6 years of case openings, I finally got a knife. Woo!
No way! No way!
But never mind. Years passed, the group split, some old members stayed and new members joined. We also had a great time playing, until I stopped for almost 2 years. I came back and what I found was different from what I knew. Things have changed. I started the game and it was beautiful, so new and fresh. But on my PC from 2014, it lagged. And lagging in an FPS shooter is not good. So now I can play the game on the lowest settings and it doesn't look so beautiful anymore. Back in the days I always was the first to join a match and I needed to wait for the other players to connect. Now I look at the loading screen and they have to wait for me. Seems like I need to upgrade my hardware. But besides that, my PC can't run the game smoothly anymore. What actually changed? Well, they removed a lot of good things in my opinion and added a lot of unnecessary things. I really miss cobblestone and now also cage is gone, but your weapon skins are more shiny and gorgeous. Look at them reflecting in the light, or the raindrops dripping down. So magnificent. And now you can add cute little charms to your gun like in Rainbow Six Siege. And I don't like. The maps also have changed. I mean, I have to admit, yes, I like the work they did. It brings a little bit of spice to the maps that were around for so long. In some maps they actually changed some elements that affect the gameplay. Overall, the game has a more realistic feeling to it now. The blood splatters look more like blood splatters. The fire of Molotovs looks more like fire now. And the most important thing is, you can inspect the grenades. What an important change. Let's wait until they drop skins for them. What is not only a visual effect but affects the gameplay are the responsive smokes. Look through the holes. CS2 was released 2 years ago, so I think most of you are already familiar with the changes made by the developers. Since CS2 is not so good, let's talk about the factor that led CSGO to its success was the feature that made matchmaking available for everyone. Now all players could immerse into an intense fight between terrorists and counter-terrorists to fight for their rank. Hell yeah, the rank was important to most of the CSGO players. As it reflected your skill level, it was the main reason to play the game. Besides of course having a nice time with the boys. I was pissed when I saw that the ranks are gone. And that they changed the whole system. Now the normal ranks don't have an importance, and the premier matchmaking with ugly numbers as a rank is not a replacement for that. But there was a second, maybe even more important part to the success of Counter-Strike Global Offensive and its enduring popularity. CSGO operations have continually brought fresh content and excitement to the game, keeping the community engaged and offering new ways to experience this classic shooter. Each operation not only adds to the gameplay but also supports a talented community of map creators and designers who contribute significantly to the game's ever-evolving landscape. The operations kept the game fresh, exciting, and led to us spending more time in the game. The missions we had to complete and the skins that could be achieved motivated us to play more. In the beginning, the developers dropped the operation updates regularly. After Bloodhound, the operations became inconsistent, and it took them almost half a year to release a new one. Although my first operation was Wildfire, even I asked my friend, "Dude, when will they drop a new operation?" I believe this inconsistency was even worse for the players who were accustomed to get operation after operation. With time, the quality of the operations became worse and offered less content. This trend continued, and now, where are the operations now? Sadly, it seems like Riptide was the last one, and that CS2 won't have operations. The third factor for its success for sure are the tournaments that led to CSGO's fame. The majors are the most important tournaments in the Counter-Strike scene, so Counter-Strike has made a name for itself in the esports. I'm not really interested in the tournaments and only let the livestream run to collect the souvenir cases, so I won't go much into the topic of esports here. But there's one question that really bothers me. I can't get my head around it because there's no right answer to that. It wasn't made for the pros because it runs, let's say, less smoothly than before. CSGO was never perfect and always had its problems with tick rate and responsiveness. But even worse in CS2, the movement isn't as crispy as before and it all feels a little off. It was for sure not made for us, the community who loved CSGO and spent countless hours of playing the game. For that, there's too little content. Things we loved were removed and the whole game is kind of boring. When I play the game now, I'm bored after 2 or 3 matches of playing it. For sure, I'm not a hardcore gamer anymore, but still. The lack of content, the bad performance, the repetitive gameplay, the new players who don't really take the game seriously, the old rank system that is gone, the missing or not working anti-cheat system, and many more things sadly makes Counter-Strike 2 a game that is not worth playing anymore. But wait, what is this? Counter-Strike is on its highest peak of players ever? But who the hell is still playing this game? My theory is there are 3 types of players in the game. Since CSGO became free to play in 2018, many new players joined the game, and I'm sure that there are still new people joining the game to this day. The second type are the people who use CS2 for gambling purposes and make business with the skins. The third group are players who come back to the game because they don't have figured out an alternative or because it was their favorite game and they hope to get a glimpse of the feeling the game gave them back then. I count myself among them. I'm sure that if they wouldn't have deleted CSGO, 90% of the players would return to it. In the end, it is still possible to play CSGO on community servers, but without matchmaking, wingman and all the other official modes. The real game will never be the same as before. As all things change, we are confronted with a decision. Adapt or leave. Nope. If you watched until now, thank you very much. If you enjoyed watching the video, leave a like and tell me your opinion about the whole Counter-Strike situation in the comments. Bye bye.